Hello there and welcome back. We are going over tip number 2 today. Real quick accountability check. Just between us girls, did you do your homework yesterday? Did you write down your why and your first plan of action? One little goal, one little step that you're gonna take this week. If you didn't, stop. Hold the presses right now. Go do that. Then resume. Get back to me, okay? So if you did, and we're gonna assume that you did, if you are now at this phase of this video, congratulations, you have laid the foundation. Now we get to build on that. This is what we're gonna go over today in this video. We are going to talk about your limiting beliefs. We're gonna get those out, replace those with affirming, positive beliefs, and we are gonna talk about action. Okay, what is your plan of action? So yesterday we wanted just one step you can do. Now we want to take that further, all right? So first of all, in our lives, we are programmed a certain way and we don't even really realize it, but we are. So a lot of us in this culture as a woman, we are raised to believe that we should stay in a certain lane, do a certain thing, go down a certain path in our lives. And for a lot of us, those things, just the traditional norms of our culture, limit us in what we believe we can achieve. Now, I want us to remove those, or at least, at least start that process, right? It's taken years. These things are just ingrained in our brains. So it's gonna take practice and time to remove those, but I want you to start today. Everything is about starting today, starting somewhere, all right? We've been putting off these changes. We've been putting off changing our lifestyle. We've been putting off getting results, making progress for too long, and it stops today. All right, we have our foundation. Now let's think about what is gonna hold us back from reaching those goals, all right? What is gonna hold us back? And there is no right or wrong answer, and this is gonna take an honest conversation with yourself. And it's not always an easy conversation, but it is between just you. You don't have to share this with anybody. This is something that, again, I'm gonna give you some homework and I want you to write this down. It's not gonna take long, 5 or 10 minute exercise, but it's gonna be really enlightening and it's gonna be really helpful in the progression of your journey. So I want you to get a piece of paper and I want you to just start brain dumping any limiting belief that you have. And this can take some time because you've got to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest, and I'll give you some examples of some limiting beliefs. So yesterday when you wrote down your why and you wrote down things I want to start and things that I want to stop. If you wrote down you want to start consistently working out 3 times a week, what little voices in your mind started to creep in? Those are your limiting beliefs. Only you know what those are. They're different for everyone. But were they consistent? You're not consistent. The last workout you started, or the last workout program you started, you were consistent for a week, but then you quit because you always quit. You don't have the dedication. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know where to start. Is any of this hitting home with you? If it is, great. If not, I just want to give you some ideas and get your wheels turning because they're going to be different, like I said, for every person. So I want you to write those down and I will share. So for me, my limiting belief is always that I'm inferior. And without going down a long, traumatic, damaged childhood story, I'll give you a real quick example. So for me, I have had a passion for helping women change their lives, make progress, and get confident. And I've been doing that now for over 5 years. And I have been doing online training for 5 years. And I had a real passion to create a membership. I wanted to create a group accountability program where I could impact so many more women and we could have accountability and they could completely change their lives. And I wrote down, I'm a manifester, and I wrote down exactly what I wanted this program to look like. I wrote down every aspect of the program. I wrote down how it was going to be delivered, everything. And then it was a few months away, and I was like, I'm going to do this in a few months. And I felt super confident. But then once it got closer, I was like, my limiting beliefs started to creep in, and I was like, what if no one wants to join your program? What if you're not good enough to lead? It's crazy, because there are so many women in my program, they're crushing it, and I've been leading for years. So that's just a little example, and you have to be able to acknowledge what your limiting beliefs are if you want to overcome them, because that's what I had to do. And this exercise I'm going to ask you to do, I have done it and it helped me, and I have gotten my members to do it, and it has dramatically changed their life. They have these on the refrigerators. So I want you to just take a piece of paper, and you know how we learn in school, you're going to draw a line down the middle or just fold it in half. And I want you to, on one half, write down all of those limiting beliefs. What creeps in? What insecurities do you have? Is it because you're worried about what people will think? Is it because your husband doesn't really support you? You know, what holds you back from really making this lifestyle change? And then I want you to, on the other side, you're going to fold it in half, hot dog style. And on the other side, I want you to replace those. So if your limiting beliefs are, what will other people think of me? Or I'm scared of what other people think of me if, you know, they see me posting workout selfies. Replace that with, when I share my story, not that you even have to, but if that's a belief, when I share my story, I relate and I show other women who feel like I do or I did, that they can do this too. That if I can do it, they can do it. Okay? If your limiting belief is you've never stuck with anything and you're not consistent. Your limiting, your empowering belief is I am going to prove to myself first, everyone else second, that this is important to me, that my health is important to me, that taking care of myself is important to me, that losing the weight is important to me, that getting confident is important to me, and I'm gonna make it happen. I am in control of my life, and I am gonna make it happen. Okay? I want you to fold that in half, and then only display wherever you want to put it, on your computer, if you want to put it on your mirror, on your refrigerator, fold it in half and only display those empowering thoughts. Because here's the thing, those limiting beliefs, they are with you all the time. They've been with you for years. We're going to replace those. The way to replace those is going to take time, and you're going to have to ingrain these into your mind. So I want these empowering, believing thoughts to be where you see them every day. Okay, like I said, a lot of my members have them on the refrigerator, and it is so cute because some of their husbands have even left notes on them, and it is just wonderful. But wherever you want to put it, completely up to you, but you have to do that. Okay, that is your homework for today. Take those limiting beliefs, replace them with empowering beliefs. All right, I want you to do that today. Tomorrow, we are going to talk about taking action and getting accountable. Accountability is the name of the game. It is the way to succeed in making this a long-term lifestyle change, not a temporary thing. And I'm going to give you all the best ways to make that happen tomorrow.